There's a very easy invalidation and validation level for Bitcoin, and I'm going to tell you in this video what I actually think is happening and what I think should be happening. We have been saying for this whole range in which we have been in for about 40 days now that we are looking for Bitcoin at around $69,000 to $70,000. We have been inside this range for a quite large amount of time, and right now Bitcoin is stuck between the top of the range and the halfway point of this range. So we've got this top side of the range, which is acting like the top side of a sandwich, and then we have also got the 0.618 level, which has been respected quite nicely, somewhat, which is now acting as another support. Therefore, what does this mean? This means that Bitcoin is getting basically compressed between these two levels. If this gets broken down, the number one scenario, the thing that we are going to be looking for, is Bitcoin to go down to our 0.618 level, which is going to be 61,000 more or less. So if this gets lost of 63,350, that means we're going to be going down all the way up until around this area, grabbing this liquidity, this one, and this one, and then making it to our ideal entry point. That is the best place for you to look for a long. It's usually on the 0.618 level. Following that exact same philosophy, it's why we decided to go long exactly there. I actually did a bit more of a front run. I was a bit of an eager beaver. I went long on the 0.5 level with my stop loss just below here, and then we came down, hit exactly my 0.702 level. I've made a video on why I specifically use this level, and that's basically it. And then since then we had a bit of a move up, 1.5% move, and then now it looks like we got one big scary red candle that is threatening with losing this level. If this gets lost, then that's fine. Okay, we did make quite a lot of money. We went long here, we went long somewhere around there, I'm not entirely sure where. We went long there, and we went short exactly there. So I'm not too sad about my result. If this gets stopped out, and that's all right, I'll look for the next area, which is going to be around there, just below all of these lows. I'm just going to treat this as a range because that's what it is. That's what it has been for the past 40 days. Having said that, there's actually not much more that I can say to you regarding Bitcoin. It hasn't actually changed much more. I'm going to turn on our indicators, and actually we can see how we have got a bullish divergence on the 4-hourly time frame, higher lows on the price action, lower lows on the RSI, and on the 8-hourly time frame, which is a time frame I quite like to use, we can see the exact same thing. We've got higher lows on the price action and lower lows on the RSI. That's a fairly positive sign. That's why, in theory, we should be getting this push up fairly soon. I can't remember if it was on Sunday or on Monday. I did say we have got around 5-6 days max for the price of Bitcoin to get the aggressive move that we are waiting for. Today we're on Wednesday and it still hasn't happened yet. That's not the most bullish thing I do have to say. I will also say there is a chance that Bitcoin last minute buzzer beater just randomly gets this sudden push up, and then that's it. Now, if we look on the daily time frame, we are starting to curve down again, which is not great. We didn't even make it to the oversold area, to the overbought area, which is why I do think we do still have somewhat of room, maybe 3 more days at a push before we make it officially to the overbought area. And then from there, then yeah, it's just going to be a free fall down, because I do still think we are in a bear market and we are probably going to be seeing prices below 57, 58k. That's my plan on Bitcoin. That's what I've been trading it as. I've told you in yesterday's video what trade I I took. In fact, actually, if we go down to the smaller time frames, I did want to mention this just in case. The fact that the price came down, had a reaction there, another one, and then another one, is making me think potentially, this is quite optimistic of me, but we could be getting some sort of an accumulation process there. I'm not sure if I've already posted it or not, but I'm working on a video where I speak about every single thing I know about accumulation and distribution processes. The number one thing that you need to know is that they always come from a fall down. You come from a fall down, you start accumulating, ideally you get a push up, and it's the other way around. If you're going up, you start distributing, and then you get a push down. So is this 100% guarantee? No, it's something that I'm speculating on. Why? Because we had 1 point and 2 points of contact. That's something I quite like to see. That's something that's making me think, okay, there's potential there. Why? Because if we are being bullish, if we are being as bullish as I am, then this means that market makers can't just go long, just click buy, and then that's it. They need a bit of time to load up some positions. At least that's my point of view. Now, this is all going to be invalidated. This is going to be absolutely useless if we lose the level I told you earlier on. Let's have a look at Ethereum now. Because Ethereum, let's go on the 4-hourly time frame. It's not looking, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good either. Okay, we've also got the exact same thing. I can trace the exact same rectangles that I traced on Bitcoin. This is the bottom side of the range, maybe something a bit more like this. And then this is the top side of the range. If you remember, we went short exactly there, and that was a fairly decent move down, which wasn't bad, basically 4% move. After that, we've also decided to go long. Why? Because we done Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high. You can see 0.618 level, the golden pocket got respected very, very nicely. We even got a hit on the 0.702. I've also made a video on why I use this level. And ever since then, we had quite a nice reaction, 3.2, and at the moment, we're at 1.65. So I am currently in 2 longs, one in Bitcoin, one in Ethereum, for the reasons I have just told you. If this doesn't work, and if Bitcoin loses the level in which it is in right now, that's not going to be very good. Why? Let's zoom out, okay? I do think Ethereum is on a bit more of thin ice. If I trace a fixed range volume profile, okay, from everything we have got going on here, we can see that the value area low, which is this blue line, which has been a massive support, which was a previous resistance. We broke it, we made it inside, and now it was a massive support. If this gets lost, we cannot, under any circumstance, close any daily candles below 1,834. If we do that, if we do close daily candles below this level, that's not good at all. Why is that not good? Let's have a look on the daily time frame. I told you as well, another reason why I wanted to go long was because we had the daily exponential moving average, which is this gray line, coming along exactly there. That's why I wanted to go long. You can see that. I'm just going to trace it out for you in case you can't see it, in case you're blind. It was a big resistance, and then we tested once, tested twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. It was a fairly big area, okay? It's a really important line that Ethereum has been respecting very, very nicely. If we close daily candles below this rectangle of 1,830, that is really bad, because we would be losing the exponential moving average, we would be losing the value area high, the value area low, which was a really important thing. And then, okay, you might ask, cool, what is your target? Well, Fibonacci from the low all the way to the high. And then now you might see there's a 4-hourly fair value gap in the 0.618 level. Now, Let me double click and I'm going to turn on the strong fair value gaps of the daily time frame, because yes, with our indicators, you can see multi-time frame fair value gaps. Don't know if you can see it in there. It says 1 day strong FVG. So what do we have? We have 0.618 level, daily fair value gap, 4 hourly fair value gap. If I zoom in, maybe on the 2 hourly time frame, what else can we see? We had this accumulation process. Very same scenario as Bitcoin, where market makers were going long. We would be coming back and testing with the 0.618 level, the top side of this range, which we never got a test on. We never actually had this retest to this range. That's why it would be a fairly good place for me to look for a long. This long would be roughly 1,675. Now, anything else in this area? Yes, I could also trace you a fixed range volume profile, just like this. And you can see the value area low comes in exactly basically in the middle of the daily fair value gap, in the middle of all of this shizzle that we got going on right there. Please do remember as well, if this is a fair value gap, what is going to be the most interesting area? It's not necessarily going to be the first touch. In my, or at least in my point of view, is usually the halfway point, the 50% line. That's why in all of our fair value gaps, all the blocks, breaker order blocks, and all of that stuff, we always draw the halfway line because we think it's fairly interesting. It's a very interesting point. Value area low comes in exactly at the 50% point of these two fair value gaps and in between the golden pocket. That's why we took a trade from the value area high. If the point of control doesn't work, if we lose this level, we have one more safety net, the very last, absolute last safety net, which is this one, 1,830. If this gets lost, that's absolutely fine. We are probably going to be eating a 8% move. We're going to be slapped across the face with it, and we are going to have to bear with it. And that's it. Okay, that's my reading. That's what I think on Bitcoin. That's what I think on Ethereum. I'm on long for both. My positions are currently being threatened, but I'm not scared. I've done my analysis. I think I am right. And until proven otherwise, I am still right because the price is doing what I wanted to do so far. So having said that, I'm going to thank you very much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and let me know if you've got any questions or any doubts. If you want access to these indicators, you can get it through the link in the descriptions box. It will take you to our Telegram where you can get it for free. I'm not going to charge you. And in fact, I'm going to give you a freebie, which is my 6-hour course, in which I tell you everything about ranges, accumulation processes, what works and what doesn't work in sideways ranges, what an exponential moving average is, and a bunch more stuff. A lot of things that I've learned when it comes to trading. I give it all to you for free because I'm a really nice guy. Thank you so much for watching and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.